New York permit test.
Question 1. True or false? You should use bright lights when driving in open country. Option A, true. Option B, false.
The correct answer is option A, true. High beams or bright lights are highly appropriate in open country when no other traffic is approaching to maximize visibility.
Question 2. Which lights should you strictly use when approaching other cars at night? Option A, hazard lights. Option B, high beam lights. Option C, dim lights. Option D, parking lights.
The correct answer is option C, dim lights. You must use dim lights or low beams when approaching other vehicles to prevent blinding the oncoming driver with excessive glare.
Question 3. Which lights should you use when driving where there are street lights, in fog, or when following another vehicle? Option A, lower beam headlights. Option B, high beam headlights. Option C, daytime running lights only. Option D, parking lights.
The correct answer is option A, lower beam headlights. Lower beam headlights provide the best illumination without reflecting blinding light back at you in fog or blinding drivers ahead of you.
Question 4. When meeting another vehicle at night, you must dim your lights within how many feet? Option A, 200 feet. Option B, 500 feet. Option C, 300 feet. Option D, 1,000 feet.
The correct answer is option B, 500 feet. State laws require drivers to dim their high beam headlights within 500 feet of an oncoming vehicle to ensure mutual safety.
Question 5. You must dim your headlights when following another vehicle within what specific distance? Option A, 300 feet. Option B, 500 feet. Option C, 200 feet. Option D, 100 feet.
The correct answer is option A, 300 feet. To avoid shining bright lights directly into the rearview mirror of the driver ahead, you must dim your lights within 300 feet.
Question 6. True or false? You should dim your lights when driving on well-lighted streets. Option A, true. Option B, false.
The correct answer is option A, true. Driving on well-lighted urban streets requires only low beam headlights because the ambient lighting is sufficient for visibility.
Question 7. What is the common alternative term used to describe lower headlight beams? Option A, bright lights. Option B, fog lights. Option C, running lights. Option D, dim lights.
The correct answer is option D, dim lights. Lower headlight beams are frequently referred to as dim lights in driver education and state manuals.
Question 8. True or false? You should use dim lights and effectively reduce your speed when driving in heavy fog. Option A, true. Option B, false.
The correct answer is option A, true. Dim lights cut under the fog better than high beams, and reducing speed is essential due to severely restricted visibility.
Question 9. What specific lights must you always use when driving in foggy weather conditions? Option A, high beam headlights. Option B, low beam headlights. Option C, hazard lights. Option D, parking lights.
The correct answer is option B, low beam headlights. Low beam headlights aim lower toward the roadway, minimizing the light that reflects off the fog particles directly back into your eyes.
Question 10. True or false? When driving during foggy weather, a driver should turn on the vehicle high beam headlights to increase the field of vision. Option A, true. Option B, false.
The correct answer is option B, false. This is false. High beam headlights will reflect off the moisture in the fog and severely impair your vision.
Question 11. When entering the interstate, which lane must you use to safely match the speed of traffic? Option A, the deceleration lane. Option B, the passing lane. Option C, the acceleration lane. Option D, the shoulder lane.
The correct answer is option C, the acceleration lane. The acceleration lane provides the necessary distance to build up your vehicle's speed to safely match the flow of highway traffic.
Question 12. How should you properly utilize the acceleration lane when entering an interstate highway? Option A, to maintain a slow speed until traffic completely clears. Option B, to stop completely before attempting to merge. Option C, to pass slower vehicles on the right side. Option D, To speed up before smoothly moving into traffic.
The correct answer is option D. To speed up before smoothly moving into traffic. You must use the entire length of the acceleration lane to match the speed of highway traffic before blending in safely.
Question 13. What visual check must you perform when merging onto a limited access highway? Option A. Rely solely on your rearview mirror. Option B. Turn your head to look quickly to the side before merging. Option C. Check only the passenger side mirror. Option D. Look straight ahead and use peripheral vision only.
The correct answer is option B. Turn your head to look quickly to the side before merging. Mirrors have blind spots, so you must physically turn your head and look quickly to the side to verify the lane is clear.
Question 14. What critical action must you always take when entering a busy freeway? Option A. Give highway traffic the right of way. Option B. Force your way into the nearest lane. Option C. Stop completely at the end of the ramp. Option D. Apply the brakes firmly while merging.
The correct answer is option A. Give highway traffic the right of way. Vehicles already traveling on the freeway possess the right of way, and entering drivers must adjust speed to merge safely.
Question 15. How fast should you be traveling when entering a freeway from the acceleration lane? Option A. 10 miles per hour below the speed limit. Option B. As fast as your vehicle can physically accelerate. Option C. At the speed of traffic and within the posted speed limit. Option D. 20 miles per hour to ensure maximum safety.
The correct answer is option C. At the speed of traffic and within the posted speed limit. Matching the speed of current traffic while respecting the posted speed limit minimizes disruption and potential rear-end collisions.
Question 16. What is the safest and most effective way to bring your car out of an unexpected skid? Option A. Turn the front wheels in the opposite direction of the skid. Option B. Keep the steering wheel perfectly straight. Option C. Apply the brakes abruptly to stop the momentum. Option D. Turn the front wheels in the direction of the skid.
The correct answer is option D. Turn the front wheels in the direction of the skid. Steering in the direction of the skid helps the tires regain traction with the road surface, allowing you to recover control.
Question 17. What should you do if your right wheels accidentally run off the pavement onto the shoulder? Option A. Jerk the steering wheel hard to the left to return quickly. Option B. Apply the brakes lightly and turn back onto the road at a slow speed. Option C. Slam on the brakes immediately to avoid a roadside ditch. Option D. Accelerate slightly to regain traction on the dirt.
The correct answer is option B. Apply the brakes lightly and turn back onto the road at a slow speed. A gradual reduction in speed and a gentle steering correction prevents the vehicle from overcorrecting and rolling over.
Question 18. True or false? You should avoid applying your brakes forcefully while driving through curves. Option A. True. Option B. False.
The correct answer is option A. True. Braking hard in a curve can shift the vehicle weight unpredictably, causing the tires to lose traction and resulting in a skid.
Question 19. True or false? It is generally recommended to accelerate slightly when rounding a curve. Option A. True. Option B. False.
The correct answer is option A. True. Slight acceleration through a curve helps shift the vehicle weight to the rear tires, providing better stability and control.
Question 20. What is generally considered a good safe driving practice when it comes to backing or reversing your vehicle? Option A. To back up quickly to clear the area faster. Option B. To rely entirely on backup cameras and sensors. Option C. To sound your horn continuously while backing. Option D. To do as little backing as practically possible.
The correct answer is option D. To do as little backing as practically possible. Reversing inherently creates massive blind spots, so planning your maneuvers to avoid backing up significantly reduces accident risks.
Question 21. What is an extremely important rule to remember when driving beside a motorcycle? Option A. You may share the lane since the motorcycle is small. Option B. Drive close to the motorcycle to block crosswinds. Option C. Do not share or drive in the motorcyclist lane. Option D. Honk frequently to ensure they know you are there.
The correct answer is option C. Do not share or drive in the motorcyclist lane. Motorcycles require the full width of a lane to maneuver safely around potholes and debris, so sharing their lane is highly dangerous.
Question 22. What specific action should you take when approaching a sharp curve on the roadway? Option A. Maintain your speed and brake firmly during the curve. Option B. Accelerate before entering to maintain strong traction. Option C. Slow down appropriately before entering the curve. Option D. Shift into neutral before turning the steering wheel.
The correct answer is option C. Slow down appropriately before entering the curve. Slowing down before entering the curve ensures you will not need to brake while turning, which greatly reduces the risk of skidding.
Question 23. What are the three official classifications of highway traffic signs? Option A. Stop, yield, and speed signs. Option B. Regulatory warning and guide signs. Option C. Informational, directional, and construction signs. Option D. Primary, secondary, and temporary signs.
The correct answer is option B. Regulatory warning and guide signs. Traffic signs are officially categorized as regulatory, which enforce laws, warning, which alert to hazards, and guide, which provide directions.
Question 24. What does the color red primarily indicate on highway traffic signs? Option A. Stop, yield, or prohibited actions. Option B. General warnings and upcoming cautions. Option C. Construction and road maintenance areas. Option D. Distance and directional route guidance.
The correct answer is option A. Stop, yield, or prohibited actions. Red is universally used to mandate a complete stop, require a yield, or explicitly prohibit specific driving actions.
Question 25. What is the distinct purpose of white lines painted on the highway? Option A. To separate traffic flowing in opposite directions. Option B. To indicate strict no passing zones exclusively. Option C. To mark construction zones and temporary detours. Option D. To separate traffic flowing in the same direction and mark crosswalks.
The correct answer is option D. To separate traffic flowing in the same direction and mark crosswalks. White lines indicate that traffic on both sides is moving in the same direction, and solid white lines are also used for crosswalks.
Question 26. What type of crucial information is conveyed by a pennant-shaped traffic sign? Option A. No passing zone. Option B. Railroad crossing ahead. Option C. School zone crossing. Option D. Yield right of way.
The correct answer is option A. No passing zone. A pennant-shaped sign is always placed on the left side of the road to indicate the beginning of a strict no passing zone.
Question 27. What is the general standardized meaning of a diamond-shaped traffic sign? Option A. Regulatory speed limits. Option B. General warnings of hazards ahead. Option C. Informational guidance and routes. Option D. Complete stop required immediately.
The correct answer is option B. General warnings of hazards ahead. Diamond-shaped signs are exclusively used to warn drivers of upcoming road conditions, curves, intersections, or potential hazards.
Question 28. What type of information does a vertical rectangle-shaped traffic sign provide? Option A. Traffic regulations and mandatory instructions. Option B. General warnings and severe road hazards. Option C. Directions to state parks and recreation areas. Option D. Advance warning of an upcoming railroad crossing.
The correct answer is option A. Traffic regulations and mandatory instructions. Vertical rectangular signs are regulatory signs that inform drivers of traffic laws, speed limits, and other mandatory rules.
Question 29. What critical roadway feature does a round traffic sign warn drivers about? Option A. A designated school zone. Option B. A pedestrian crossing area. Option C. Advance warning of a railroad crossing. Option D. A mandatory yield ahead.
The correct answer is option C. Advance warning of a railroad crossing. A circular sign is uniquely designated as the advance warning sign for an upcoming railroad grade crossing.
Question 30. What specific mandatory command does an octagon-shaped traffic sign represent? Option A. Complete stop required. Option B. Yield to oncoming traffic. Option C. Do not enter the roadway. Option D. Speed limit reduction ahead.
The correct answer is option A. Complete stop required. The octagon shape is exclusively reserved for stop signs, meaning you must bring your vehicle to a complete halt.
Question 31. What does a pentagon-shaped traffic sign warn drivers about? Option A, a hospital or medical facility. Option B, a no passing zone. Option C, an upcoming intersection. Option D, a school zone or school crossing.
The correct answer is option D, a school zone or school crossing. The five-sided pentagon shape represents a schoolhouse and is used strictly to warn of school zones and school crossings.
Question 32. What is the primary purpose of yellow lines painted down the center of a roadway? Option A, to separate traffic moving in the same direction. Option B, to separate traffic moving in opposite directions. Option C, to designate special high-occupancy vehicle carpool lanes. Option D, to indicate pedestrian crosswalk boundaries.
The correct answer is option B, to separate traffic moving in opposite directions. Yellow lines always indicate that the traffic on the other side of the line is moving in the opposite direction.
Question 33. What immediate action is required by an inverted triangle-shaped traffic sign? Option A, come to a complete stop. Option B, merge into the left lane. Option C, yield the right-of-way. Option D, maintain your current speed.
The correct answer is option C, yield the right-of-way. The inverted downward pointing triangle is used exclusively for yield signs, requiring drivers to give way to intersecting traffic.
Question 34. Which traffic light indicates that you should deliberately slow down and proceed with extreme caution at an intersection? Option A, flashing red light. Option B, solid yellow light. Option C, flashing yellow light. Option D, solid red light.
The correct answer is option C, flashing yellow light. A flashing yellow light serves as a warning to slow down, increase your visual scanning, and proceed through the intersection cautiously.
Question 35. What must you do when approaching a traffic signal showing a flashing red light? Option A, slow down and yield to traffic without stopping. Option B, stop and wait for the light to turn green. Option C, proceed at your current speed if the intersection is clear. Option D, stop completely and proceed only when it is safe.
The correct answer is option D, stop completely and proceed only when it is safe. A flashing red light is treated exactly like a stop sign, requiring a complete stop before yielding to right-of-way traffic.
Question 36. What is the correct action to take if a traffic signal turns yellow after you have already entered the intersection? Option A, continue through the intersection safely. Option B, stop immediately in the middle of the intersection. Option C, put your vehicle in reverse and back out quickly. Option D, honk your horn and accelerate heavily.
The correct answer is option A, continue through the intersection safely. If you are already within the intersection when the light turns yellow, stopping is highly dangerous, so you should carefully proceed through.
Question 37. Which traffic sign will you most commonly encounter just before entering a traffic roundabout? Option A, stop sign. Option B, speed limit sign. Option C, yield sign. Option D, do not enter sign.
The correct answer is option C, yield sign. Traffic already inside the roundabout has the right of way, so entering drivers must yield at the yield sign before joining the flow.
Question 38. Which specific sign shape is predominantly used to issue general hazard warnings to drivers? Option A, octagon. Option B, rectangle. Option C, diamond. Option D, triangle.
The correct answer is option C, diamond. Diamond-shaped signs are painted yellow with black lettering or symbols to alert drivers to special conditions or hazards ahead.
Question 39. What visual symbol on a warning sign tells you that you are transitioning to a roadway with two-way traffic? Option A, a single arrow curving to the right. Option B, two parallel vertical straight lines. Option C, arrows pointing in opposite up and down directions. Option D, a horizontal arrow pointing directly left.
The correct answer is option C, arrows pointing in opposite up and down directions. The up and down opposing arrows warn drivers that the divided highway or one-way street is ending and two-way traffic begins.
Question 40. True or false? A pentagon-shaped sign always indicates a designated school zone or a school crossing. Option A, true. Option B, false.
The correct answer is option A, true. The five-sided shape resembling a house is uniquely reserved in standard traffic control for school zones and crossings.
Question 41. What does a blue traffic sign displaying a large white letter H signify to drivers? Option A. A highway entrance is ahead. Option B. A hotel is located at the next exit. Option C. High-speed traffic zone ahead. Option D. A hospital is nearby.
The correct answer is option D. A hospital is nearby. Blue guide signs are used for motorist services, and the large white H universally directs drivers to the nearest hospital.
Question 42. What symbol is universally used on regulatory signs to indicate that parking is strictly not allowed? Option A. A red square with a solid white line. Option B. An octagon with the word parking printed. Option C. A letter P with a diagonal red slash through it. Option D. A yellow triangle with a large exclamation mark.
The correct answer is option C. A letter P with a diagonal red slash through it. A red circle with a diagonal slash crossing over the letter P universally indicates that parking is prohibited in that specific area.
Question 43. What should you do if the physical gates rise at a railroad crossing but the red lights are still actively flashing? Option A. Proceed slowly across the tracks while looking both ways. Option B. Drive through quickly before another train arrives. Option C. Honk your horn to signal the crossing operator. Option D. Remain stopped and wait until the red lights stop flashing completely.
The correct answer is option D. Remain stopped and wait until the red lights stop flashing completely. Even if the gates rise, flashing red lights indicate another train may be approaching, so you must remain stopped until they turn off.
Question 44. What does the vital safety phrase driving within the range of your headlights mean? Option A. Keeping your headlights on high beam at all hours of the night. Option B. Following other vehicles closely to use their extra headlight illumination. Option C. Adjusting your speed so you can safely stop within the distance illuminated by your headlights. Option D. Driving at a speed that requires aggressive emergency braking if an obstacle suddenly appears.
The correct answer is option C. Adjusting your speed so you can safely stop within the distance illuminated by your headlights. If you drive faster than your headlights can illuminate, you will be unable to stop in time if an obstacle appears in the dark.
Question 45. What must you do when approaching a stationary emergency vehicle with flashing lights if it is unsafe to change lanes? Option A. Maintain your speed but honk your horn loudly. Option B. Speed up to clear the emergency area quickly. Option C. Slow down significantly and be completely prepared to stop. Option D. Stop completely in your current lane regardless of flowing traffic.
The correct answer is option C. Slow down significantly and be completely prepared to stop. The move over law requires you to safely change lanes, but if traffic prevents it, you must drastically reduce speed and proceed carefully.
Question 46. In which of the following situations is it generally inappropriate or explicitly dangerous to use your vehicle horn? Option A. When another vehicle is actively drifting into your specific lane. Option B. When passing a child who is riding a bicycle. Option C. When a pedestrian is stepping blindly into moving traffic. Option D. When warning another distracted driver of an imminent direct collision.
The correct answer is option B. When passing a child who is riding a bicycle. Honking near a child on a bicycle can startle them, causing them to lose balance and swerve directly into the path of traffic.
Question 47. What is your primary responsibility when approaching a rural railroad crossing that lacks warning signals or crossing gates? Option A. Yield the right-of-way to all approaching trains. Option B. Stop only if you visibly see a massive train approaching. Option C. Accelerate quickly to cross the metal tracks smoothly. Option D. Sound your horn loudly to warn potential oncoming trains.
The correct answer is option A. Yield the right-of-way to all approaching trains. Trains cannot stop quickly and always have the right-of-way, so you must look, listen, and yield at uncontrolled crossings.
Question 48. As you approach a roundabout, you observe a bicyclist signaling a left turn but riding well to the right side of the lane. What should you do? Option A. Pass the bicyclist quickly on the left side before entering. Option B, honk your horn to indicate you are entering the roundabout first. Option C, stay well back and allow the bicyclist to safely complete their maneuver. Option D, squeeze safely past them on the right side if there is enough space.
The correct answer is option C. Stay well back and allow the bicyclist to safely complete their maneuver. Bicyclists in roundabouts may ride on the right but turn left, so staying back prevents dangerous collisions and ensures their safety.
Question 49. How should you react if an emergency vehicle with flashing lights quickly approaches from behind while you are driving inside a roundabout? Option A, stop immediately inside the curved lane of the roundabout. Option B, pull over onto the raised center island of the roundabout. Option C, speed up heavily and exit at the farthest possible point. Option D, proceed completely through the roundabout and then pull over to the right and stop.
The correct answer is option D. Proceed completely through the roundabout and then pull over to the right and stop. Stopping inside a roundabout blocks all traffic and traps the emergency vehicle, so you must exit normally and then yield to the right.
Question 50. In many standard jurisdictions, you must formally notify the police if a traffic crash with property damage only exceeds what estimated amount? Option A, $1,000. Option B, $500. Option C, $200. Option D, $100.
The correct answer is option B, $500. While values vary by state, many historical driving codes require mandatory police reporting when total property damage exceeds $500.
Question 51. How does the stopping distance of a fully loaded large truck compare to that of a standard passenger car traveling at the exact same speed? Option A. The truck requires a significantly longer stopping distance. Option B. The truck requires a dramatically shorter stopping distance. Option C. The calculated stopping distances are approximately the exact same. Option D. The truck can stop instantly due to powerful commercial air brakes.
The correct answer is option A. The truck requires a significantly longer stopping distance. Due to their massive weight and momentum, large commercial trucks require a much greater distance to come to a complete stop.
Question 52. During the very first step of parallel parking, where exactly should you stop your vehicle after activating your turn signal? Option A. About 3 feet entirely behind the front car. Option B. Directly alongside the rear bumper of the front car. Option C. Inside the middle of the completely empty parking space. Option D. Even with the car parked immediately in front of the empty space.
The correct answer is option D. Even with the car parked immediately in front of the empty space. To properly align for parallel parking, you must pull up parallel to and even with the vehicle parked directly ahead of your target space.
Question 53. What is the legally correct hand and arm signal for indicating to others that you are slowing down or coming to a stop? Option A. Extend your left arm straight out the open window. Option B. Extend your left arm upward at a perfect 90-degree angle. Option C. Extend your left arm downward with the palm facing the rear. Option D. Wave your left arm rapidly back and forth in the wind.
The correct answer is option C. Extend your left arm downward with the palm facing the rear. The universal hand signal for slowing or stopping is pointing your left arm straight downward outside the driver's side window.
Question 54. In a severe rainstorm where water depth significantly exceeds your tire tread depth, at what speed range can complete hydroplaning typically be expected? Option A. Between 20 and 30 miles per hour. Option B. Between 50 and 60 miles per hour. Option C. Between 30 and 40 miles per hour. Option D. Between 70 and 80 miles per hour.
The correct answer is option B. Between 50 and 60 miles per hour. While partial hydroplaning can start at 35 miles per hour, complete loss of road contact usually occurs between 50 and 60 miles per hour.
Question 55. What should you do if an upcoming intersection is entirely blocked by traffic and you would be forced to stop directly in the middle of it? Option A. Enter the intersection and inch forward until there is enough room. Option B. Enter the intersection but keep your vehicle angled completely to the right. Option C. Sound your horn aggressively to force the traffic ahead to move forward. Option D. Do not enter the intersection until traffic clears completely.
The correct answer is option D. Do not enter the intersection until traffic clears completely. Entering a blocked intersection contributes to gridlock and blocks cross traffic when the light changes, which is highly illegal and dangerous.
Question 56. How do the elevated roadways on bridges and highway overpasses typically behave during cold and wet weather conditions? Option A. They dry much faster than standard ground-level local roads. Option B. They absorb heat and melt snow quicker than adjacent local roads. Option C. They tend to freeze and become completely ice-covered before other parts of the road. Option D. They remain completely dry and safe due to constant wind circulation.
The correct answer is option C. They tend to freeze and become completely ice-covered before other parts of the road. Bridges lose heat from both the top and underneath, causing moisture to freeze rapidly and create dangerous black ice.
Question 57. What is statistically the most common underlying cause for a passenger vehicle starting to dangerously skid on the roadway? Option A. Applying the disc brakes entirely too gently. Option B. Having severely underinflated tires on the rear axle exclusively. Option C. Driving a vehicle equipped solely with front-wheel drive. Option D. Driving far too fast for the current weather or road conditions.
The correct answer is option D. Driving far too fast for the current weather or road conditions. Skids almost always occur because the driver is carrying too much speed for the tires to maintain grip on the pavement.
Question 58. What is the most appropriate action when you approach a very slow-moving vehicle from behind on a standard rural two-lane roadway? Option A. Tailgate the vehicle closely until the driver finally speeds up. Option B. Pass aggressively on the right side gravel shoulder. Option C. Flash your high beams continuously until they actively pull over. Option D. Wait for a completely clear visual ahead and pass safely on the left.
The correct answer is option D. Wait for a completely clear visual ahead and pass safely on the left. You must be patient and wait for a designated passing zone with completely clear visibility before safely overtaking on the left side.
Question 59. Under which specific circumstance must you always stop your vehicle immediately before entering a railroad crossing? Option A. Every single time you approach a crossing regardless of signals. Option B. Only if you visibly see a freight train approaching in the far distance. Option C. If there is not enough room to completely clear the tracks on the other side. Option D. When traveling at night or in extremely limited visibility conditions.
The correct answer is option C. If there is not enough room to completely clear the tracks on the other side. Stopping directly on railroad tracks is deadly, so you must never enter a crossing unless you have enough space to exit entirely.
Question 60. Who is required to formally yield the right-of-way when a pedestrian attempts to deliberately cross a street between intersections where there are no marked crosswalks? Option A. Approaching vehicles must strictly stop and yield to the pedestrian. Option B. Both parties inherently share an equal responsibility to yield. Option C. The pedestrian has the right-of-way if they clearly signal their intent. Option D. The pedestrian must explicitly yield to all moving vehicles on the roadway.
The correct answer is option D. The pedestrian must explicitly yield to all moving vehicles on the roadway. While drivers must always exercise due care to avoid hitting someone, pedestrians jaywalking outside crosswalks must legally yield to traffic.
Question 61. What common dangerous driving error should you be highly careful to avoid when executing a standard right turn? Option A. Activating your right turn signal entirely too early. Option B. Checking your rearview mirror immediately before actively turning. Option C. Slowing down considerably prior to safely reaching the intersection. Option D. Swinging wide into the adjacent or opposing lane of traffic.
The correct answer is option D. Swinging wide into the adjacent or opposing lane of traffic. Swinging wide on a right turn can place your vehicle directly into the path of oncoming traffic, resulting in a head-on collision.
Question 62. What is safely advised as the most secure method for passing a very large commercial truck on a multi-lane highway? Option A. Linger carefully in the blind spot before passing on the left. Option B. Pass slowly and methodically on the right side of the heavy truck. Option C. Follow closely behind to utilize the aerodynamic slipstream before passing. Option D, pass quickly and steadily entirely on the left side.
The correct answer is option D. Pass quickly and steadily entirely on the left side. Trucks have massive blind spots on the right, so passing briskly on the left minimizes the time you spend in their danger zones.
Question 63. In which of the following sudden emergency situations is it entirely appropriate and legally advised to use your vehicle horn? Option A. When sharply expressing deep frustration at a very slow driver. Option B. When cheerfully greeting a close friend walking on the local sidewalk. Option C. When a distracted child is immediately about to run into the active street. Option D. When attempting to hurry an elderly pedestrian through a marked crosswalk.
The correct answer is option C. When a distracted child is immediately about to run into the active street. The horn is an emergency warning device and should only be used to prevent accidents, such as alerting a child entering the roadway.
Question 64. What specific visual technique should you safely use to actively avoid the intense glare from high-beam headlights of an approaching vehicle? Option A. Stare directly at the headlights to force your vision to adjust quickly. Option B. Close one eye completely until the approaching vehicle safely passes. Option C. Look quickly up towards the rearview mirror briefly. Option D. Look toward the right edge of the road and watch the white pavement markings.
The correct answer is option D. Look toward the right edge of the road and watch the white pavement markings. Looking at the right edge line guides your steering while preventing the intense light from destroying your night vision.
Question 65. What critical legal action must you always take immediately if you are involved in a traffic accident where someone sustains a physical injury? Option A. Move the seriously injured person completely to the side of the road. Option B. Exchange standard insurance information and immediately leave the active scene. Option C. Document the vehicle damage with photos and drive directly to a hospital. Option D. Notify the police immediately and request emergency medical assistance.
The correct answer is option D. Notify the police immediately and request emergency medical assistance. Leaving the scene of an injury accident is a severe crime, and police and medical services must be contacted immediately.
Question 66. Which of the following critical actions are essential required steps to take when carefully changing lanes? Option A. Use your mirrors to check traffic behind you. Option B. Check your blind spots by looking over your shoulder. Option C. Apply the brakes firmly before turning the wheel. Option D. Signal your intentions explicitly to other drivers. Option E. Change lanes completely gradually and smoothly. Option F. Accelerate to close the traffic gap as quickly as possible.
The correct answers are options A and B and D and E. Use your mirrors to check traffic behind you. Check your blind spots by looking over your shoulder. Signal your intentions explicitly to other drivers. Change lanes completely gradually and smoothly. Safe lane changes require checking mirrors and blind spots, signaling intentions, and executing the maneuver smoothly without erratic braking or heavy acceleration.
Question 67. According to safe driving practices in many areas, what is the required minimum distance you should maintain when completely passing a bicyclist? Option A. At least 2 feet. Option B. At least 3 feet. Option C. At least 10 feet. Option D. At least 4 feet.
The correct answer is option D. At least 4 feet. Many states require a 3-foot buffer, but safe driving guidelines and certain state flashcards recommend providing at least 4 feet of clearance.
Question 68. To maintain optimal driving safety and reaction time on the highway, how far ahead of your moving vehicle should your active visual search extend? Option A. 2 to 3 seconds ahead. Option B. 5 to 8 seconds ahead. Option C. 10 to 15 seconds ahead. Option D. 20 to 30 seconds ahead.
The correct answer is option C. 10 to 15 seconds ahead. Looking 10 to 15 seconds ahead allows you to spot hazards, brake lights, and traffic patterns with plenty of time to react.
Question 69. Where is the legally appropriate and safe place to completely stop your vehicle if you genuinely need to pull over under non-emergency conditions? Option A. Stop clearly on the paved shoulder of the active highway. Option B. Stop in the far right lane with your hazard lights actively flashing. Option C, stop partially on the local sidewalk to effectively avoid blocking traffic. Option D, pull completely off the road and shoulder entirely into a designated safe area.
The correct answer is option D. Pull completely off the road and shoulder entirely into a designated safe area. Stopping on the shoulder is strictly for emergencies, so you must find a designated parking area or exit the highway for non-emergencies.
Question 70. True or false? It is entirely acceptable to drive in another vehicle's blind spot for a short duration as long as you maintain a constant speed. Option A, true. Option B, false.
The correct answer is option B. False. You should never linger in a blind spot. You must either safely drop behind the vehicle or accelerate steadily to pass them completely.
Question 71. True or false? Traffic violation fines are typically completely doubled when the driving infraction occurs within an active highway construction zone. Option A, true. Option B, false.
The correct answer is option A. True. To protect vulnerable highway workers, traffic fines are universally doubled or significantly increased when speeding inside active construction zones.
Question 72. In which specific direction should you turn your steering wheel when actively parking uphill on a street that strictly does not have a curb? Option A, turn the wheels to the left toward the center of the road. Option B, keep the wheels pointed completely straight ahead. Option C, turn the wheels sharply left and engage the emergency brake lightly. Option D, turn the wheels to the right entirely toward the edge of the road.
The correct answer is option D. Turn the wheels to the right entirely toward the edge of the road. If the vehicle rolls backward without a curb to stop it, turning wheels to the right ensures it will roll off the road rather than into traffic.
Question 73. In which precise direction should you firmly turn your front wheels when safely parking facing downhill on a residential street with a curb? Option A, away from the concrete curb pointing to the left. Option B, straight ahead completely parallel to the concrete curb. Option C, slightly left to effectively angle the rear toward the curb. Option D, toward the curb pointing to the right.
The correct answer is option D, toward the curb pointing to the right. When parked facing downhill, turning the wheels to the right ensures that if the brakes fail, the vehicle will roll directly into the curb and stop.
Question 74. In which direction should you correctly turn your front wheels when safely parking facing uphill on a steep street with a defined curb? Option A, turn the wheels to the right closely toward the curb. Option B, keep the wheels pointing completely straight ahead. Option C, turn the wheels entirely to the left completely away from the curb. Option D, turn the wheels to the right and actively touch the bumper to the curb.
The correct answer is option C. Turn the wheels entirely to the left completely away from the curb. When parking uphill with a curb, turning wheels to the left allows the back of the front tires to catch the curb if the car rolls backward.
Question 75. What is the correct protocol if you are already moving inside an intersection and suddenly hear a loud emergency vehicle siren? Option A, stop immediately directly in the middle of the active intersection. Option B, reverse your vehicle carefully to clear the intersection quickly. Option C, pull over completely to the left side of the intersection and clearly stop. Option D, continue through the intersection completely then pull over to the right side of the road and stop.
The correct answer is option D. Continue through the intersection completely then pull over to the right side of the road and stop. Stopping directly inside an intersection creates a major hazard and blocks cross traffic, so you must completely clear it before yielding.
Question 76. What is the most absolutely reliable visual technique to quickly determine if another vehicle is currently occupying your dangerous blind spot? Option A, adjust your rearview mirror slightly downward completely. Option B, rely entirely on your advanced electronic side mirrors. Option C, turn on your blinker and actively wait for a horn honk. Option D, briefly look physically entirely over your shoulder.
The correct answer is option D. Briefly look physically entirely over your shoulder. Mirrors invariably have inherent blind spots, making a physical shoulder check the only completely reliable way to ensure the lane is clear.
Question 77. What is the primary physical reason that driving at night is inherently significantly more dangerous than driving during the bright daytime? Option A, headlights cause excessive visual fatigue during very long interstate drives. Option B, the air temperature inherently causes tire pressure to drop unexpectedly quickly. Option C, law enforcement is significantly less visually noticeable on the dark highways. Option D, the overall visual distance a driver can clearly see ahead is drastically reduced.
The correct answer is option D. The overall visual distance a driver can clearly see ahead is drastically reduced. Nighttime darkness severely limits visual range, drastically reducing the crucial time drivers have to identify and react to upcoming hazards.
Question 78. At approximately what minimum sustained speed can a standard vehicle begin to dangerously hydroplane on a completely wet roadway? Option A, 50 miles per hour. Option B, 20 miles per hour. Option C, 65 miles per hour. Option D, 35 miles per hour.
The correct answer is option D, 35 miles per hour. At speeds as low as 35 miles per hour, tires can lose contact with the pavement and begin floating on top of a thin layer of water.
Question 79. If your vehicle becomes disabled and you are forcefully forced to safely stop on the pavement, what should you clearly do to signal for help? Option A, stand directly in the roadway and aggressively wave your arms continuously. Option B, leave your high beam headlights completely on to heavily attract attention. Option C, sit entirely inside the car with the lights entirely off to safely save the battery. Option D, raise the hood completely and formally tie a white cloth to the antenna or door handle.
The correct answer is option D. Raise the hood completely and formally tie a white cloth to the antenna or door handle. A raised hood and a white cloth are universal, globally recognized distress signals that safely alert passing drivers and authorities that you need assistance.
Question 80. Which of the following specific human factors can dangerously impair your driving skills, reaction time, or critical judgment? Option A, consuming strong alcoholic beverages before driving. Option B, experiencing severe physical fatigue. Option C, engaging in driver distractions like reading texts. Option D, driving with completely poor or uncorrected vision. Option E, listening to low-volume background radio music. Option F, engaging in light conversation with a front seat passenger.
The correct answers are options A and B and C and D. Consuming strong alcoholic beverages before driving. Experiencing severe physical fatigue. Engaging in driver distractions like reading texts. Driving with completely poor or uncorrected vision. Alcohol, fatigue, severe distraction, and poor vision all drastically reduce cognitive ability and reaction time, making safe driving entirely impossible.